Been 8.5 years since the first Accountant movie. That's a long time for an accountant assassin arrest. And speaking of rest, I do want to give some love to the sponsor of this video. This video is brought to you by Helix. Helix Sleep makes premium mattresses customized to fit your needs, conveniently shipped right to your door. Offering 20 unique mattresses, including their award-winning Luxe and Ultra Premium Elite collections, as well as Helix Plus designed for big and tall sleepers. Just take the Helix Sleep Quiz to match you to your mattress based on your sleep preferences and body type. Last year, I got my first Helix mattress. The Sleep Quiz matched me to the Helix Sunset Luxe, and I haven't looked back. Because as I've said before, I need to sleep on a mattress that is my mattress. I was just in Vegas for CinemaCon. 5 days in Vegas. 5 days of broken sleep in Vegas because the bed was not my bed. Got back home to my Helix. It was a veritable sleep coma that night. It was amazing. And now Helix has their new mattress topper collection. If you have a mattress that's not a Helix mattress, maybe you don't want to buy a whole new mattress, but you're looking to make your current mattress more comfortable, Helix got you covered. A Helix mattress topper that goes on top of your current mattress. Leveling your mattress up. With Helix, you have 100 days to decide whether or not you like the mattress. 10-year warranty, flexible payment options, solid peace of mind. So click the link below, and now through April 30th, Helix will give my fans 20% off site-wide for their spring savings event. Because if you're gonna get a new mattress, might as well be during spring cleaning. And to be fair to the 8.5-year gap between The Accountant and The Accountant 2, it doesn't feel like 8.5 years. Time flies, friends. Time flies. So The Accountant squared? That's what the title says. The Accountant 2 is directed by Gavin O'Connor, who directed the first Accountant movie, also Warrior. Stories about brothers conflicting but deep down love each other. I guess that's his thing. Is the sequel to The Accountant, starring Ben Affleck. Once again stars Ben Affleck as our favorite accountant assassin who's on the job as well as the spectrum. He's good with numbers, he's good with guns, and he gets the job done. Party gets kicked off by someone getting killed who leaves a note on his arm to find the accountant. But this time around he's joined by his brother, played by Jon Bernthal, who plays a much larger role in this film. And that is where the gold is, my friends, right there. Yeah, there's this plot unfolding. We gotta take out the bad guys, gotta help the people. But in the end, it's all about Ben Affleck and Jon Bernthal, baby. They play off each other so well. Could have had an entire 2-hour film of them just hanging out in that little trailer, talking, frustrating each other. And that's that. You get Tarantino on as a writer, I smell gold, if not an Oscar. Which is important. When you have these two on screen, we're in the what's called in-between time, the downtime. You want to still be entertained. You don't want to feel like the movie's not moving. It's kind of odd that in-between time, downtime in between the action sequences, it's my favorite stuff in the movie. Because Jon Bernthal, let's face it, he's a variant Frank Castle in some sort of way. He's Frank Castle if he never got married, never had a family to get killed, but he's the little brother looking for his older brother's approval. He laughs more, he jokes more, but he's still kind of frank. Yeah, Batman's my brother, Red. What are the odds of that? Dare I say, the movie is at its peak when it's the trifecta. Ben Affleck's character, the accountant, his younger brother, who's also an assassin, but more of a people person, and the Fed they're working with, who does not approve of the way they get the job done. I can watch an entire series about that and be perfectly entertained. It's actually kind of what this movie reminded me of. It was like Knight Rider with that trifecta element to it. That is to say, the movie was perfectly enjoyable in that respect. That was great, man. They all played off of each other really well. If it's not the three of them, it's Ben Affleck and Jon Bernthal. Yeah, there are action sequences in the movie, and they're totally fine, but there's this whole shootout at the end. It's exciting and cinematic and all the fun stuff there, but it was never as entertaining as the dynamic between these brothers, and I feel like the movie knows that. That's why it doesn't overuse the action sequences. I mean, when the first, I don't want to call it an action sequence, ass beating goes down, I forgot we were here for an action movie at a point. I was like, oh, that's right, Ben Affleck. He beats the piss out of people. He gets the job done. But I appreciate the fact that they didn't overuse it. It made it more impactful. At that point, when they let the badass out of the cage, you know it's business. I will say the plot as it unfolds is oddly convoluted. I mean, on paper, it sounds pretty straightforward, but the dots they're connecting and the threads they're chasing, I don't know if it was an off day for me, but a few times I found myself going, how did we get here though? Like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with it. And you just go with the flow like a twig on the shoulders of a mighty stream. Who said that? What movie? I don't know why I started throwing out movie lines in my videos, but hey, it keeps it fun, I suppose. I hope. Yeah, in terms of the threads, the leaps, and the dots being connected, I wasn't always there with the film. I just kind of took the movie's word for it, like, oh hey, we're here now, we're on to the next thing. And I was like, all right, We're here with Ben Affleck and Jon Bernthal, though, and that's the point of this. Oddly, I'm conflicted because I don't even know what to make of this. This is an action movie about two assassin brothers. My favorite scene in the movie, the country bar scene, had nothing to do with assassinations, was not an action sequence, but it was a brother moment. And I loved it. In the end, I was entertained with The Accountant too, but in different ways than I thought I would be. Yeah, the action sequences were absolutely fun when they went down, but the brotherly dynamic, that's amazing. Movie's actually funnier than I thought it'd be too, but it wasn't that weird, out of place MCU humor. It's surprisingly grounded and relatable humor in a world where a lot of movies just try too hard to be funny. I'm serious, you get a series about those two characters working with a Fed with Xavier's school of gifted hackers. You got yourself a solid series I would probably watch. I'm serious about that Xavier school of gifted hackers thing. They have this whole school of kids hacking and helping them out via Wi-Fi. I don't know, the world's cool, it's interesting. Accountant versus John Wick, because they both kind of have that comic book-esque world that they're working in. I could see it. Yeah, with The Accountant 2, like the first Accountant, I had a pretty good time. No alcohol required. Alright, so The Accountant 2, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what's your favorite movie revolving around an assassin? Whatever it is, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.